awesome day. Today I wanted to give you a video called April and May favorites because honestly, I failed to deliver the April favorites video. I know I was going to do a separate video on its own, but unfortunately, a series of unfortunate events occurred, so I wasn't able to film. Also, I had a tooth infection, so that was definitely a disfavorite of April. I had a wisdom tooth infection. It was extremely painful. I had to get it removed. I had to get a bone graft, which my insurance didn't cover, so I had to pay $600 out of pocket. What a mouthful, right? I feel like whenever an American hears that something isn't going to be covered by the insurance, it's absolutely heartbreaking. Anyway, besides that, I wanted to talk about the other things that occurred in April because we have to look on the bright side of things. And at the beginning of April, I went to see Lilly Singh, also known on YouTube as I Superwoman I, and I went to see her with my friend and sorority sister, Melissa. We saw her at the Regent Theater on a Monday. Yes, on a Monday. We saw her on a Monday because my flight to come back to Sacramento was on a Tuesday. And I'll tell you about the flight later. So going to Lily's show was super awesome. She's awesome. She has so much energy, and being able to meet her, I was mind blown because I've been watching her on YouTube for so long, watching all her vlogs and seeing all her crazy antics, and be able to see her in person, I was shook. And we're about the same height. I thought she'd be kind of like taller, but like 5'9" or 5'8", but she's kind of like the same height as me, like 5'5", 5'6". So seeing her Bawse book tour was really inspirational and motivating. I just feel like every word that she had said had so much purpose behind it, and it left me feeling so passionate and inspired to pursue my dreams. So thank you, Lily, for putting on such a great show, and of course thank you, Gus, for having that extra ticket and allowing me to be your partner and going in together. It was awesome. I had such a fun time in LA with you, and thank you for dropping me off at LAX. Speaking of LAX, let me get to that point. So when I got there, I didn't know how long the TSA was going to take. Even though I had an A-list flight seat ticket, it was still taking a ridiculous long time. And again, the TSA stopped me. They pulled me over, and I was like, oh my god, what is it this time? And then I remembered. So one of the adventures that Gus and I went on was that we went to the Rose Bowl flea market. What is it? The Rose Bowl. Anyway, at the Rose Bowl market, I was not sure. I don't want to say if I was on a search for crystals, but I was seeing them everywhere, and I just had a feeling in me that I wanted to get crystals. So I got 2 amethysts. This one's a smaller one, and this one is a little bit bigger, and it's more spiky, and I love them both. I think I got both of them for maybe like $30 or $40. I don't really remember. But that's the reason why the TSA stopped me. It's because they thought I had like sharp objects, which I do. I mean, these are pretty sharp. So because of that, I was falling behind schedule, and I was kind of rushing and being rude to the TSA person. I was saying, my flight is boarding right now. It's boarding right now. It's gonna take off in 5 minutes. And of course, as I was speeding my way to the gate, I could hear my voice on intercom. Lynn Lee, please attend to your Southwest flight at gate 17B. So I'm running, right? I'm running, and then I get to the gate, and I apologize to the Southwest attendants, and they're like, oh, it's okay. And then I'm getting into the plane, and every seat's taken, and even though I had A-list seating, I can't take it because Southwest goes by first come, first serve. And here's the worst part. As I was trying to find a seat, and I knew the only seats I would have to myself, it would be all the way in the back. So I'm rushing through the aisle, and I have my duffel bag and my suitcase, so I'm going like this, and I'm hitting everyone with my duffel bag, and I'm like, sorry. Oh gosh. That was my infamous moment on Southwest. Because of these crystals, these healing crystals, these calming crystals. So let me just try to calm myself down. Okay, so in April I got my wisdom tooth removed, and like I said a little bit earlier, I had to get a bone graft, and that wasn't covered by my insurance. And that probably wasn't like a disfavorite. I would have to say the stitches were my disfavorite because I could smell them and they were getting stuck in the hole, and I would take them out and there'd be chunks of food in there, and I'm just like, I'm disgusted with myself. And about last week I had the stitches removed and I could smell it when they took out the stitch. It was just a quick whiff, but it was a quick whiff of death. Not pleasant. I don't want to do that ever again. Hopefully my 2 wisdom teeth here grow in fine and there's no pain, there's no bumping, there's no injury, so I don't have to remove them. So okay, so my last series I talked about my shows that I watched on Netflix, and you know, I haven't watched anything new. I would say that I've been watching reruns of The Office, which is my most absolute favorite show in the whole entire world. I don't care what anyone says. I want a wedding like they did in season 6. I want all my coworkers to dance down the aisle. So I'm on season 9 right now, and I have to say that my favorite episode has to be on season 8. I think it's episode 15, where they head to Florida. So they're all in their own individual hotel rooms, and Jim wakes up extremely early because he has 2 kids. So Dwight and Aaron come into his room, and Dwight's like, "Good morning, it's me." And then he's like, "Oh my god, what's happened?" And it looks like a complete crime scene, that Jim's been killed, or he got affiliated with some dangerous drug lords at the strip club or something. And then in just a few seconds, Jim comes out of the closet and he falls to the ground. Aaron and Dwight scream, and I think that's just so hilarious. But of course, nothing tops the CPR scene and the fire drill episode. But you know, in the later seasons, in season 8 and 9, I would say that's my favorite episode. So yeah. The Office is my favorite show, and I still daydream about the day that I could be an intern on there. Even though I know the show is done with, they're no longer filming, but I still daydream of being that little Asian intern who just scoffs and rolls her eyes at all the ignorant things that the white people say. So the month of May has definitely been uneventful, partly due to because I've been unemployed since the first Friday of May, and because of that, the lack of funds has really decreased the amount of activities I can participate in. But with the flights that I've already pre-booked, I was able to go down and go to graduation and see my college friends graduate. But the thing is, it makes me really embarrassed to say this, but I had so much anxiety that I couldn't see 98% of the people who graduated. I promised people I would see them and I would be there for them, but then as soon as I saw the crowd, I started to panic and I couldn't handle it. And I knew that if I got closer to the crowd, I'd probably break down. Like, even talking about it kind of gives me the stomach whirlings. So having anxiety at graduation definitely sucks, because I just feel like I wasn't being there for the people that I said I would be there for. And I just feel really disappointed because I have so much integrity, and I hate it when people flake, and I hate it when people aren't there when they said they would be there. But you know, that was just one battle that I could not conquer, and I just feel so terrible about it. Even at my own graduation, when I was supposed to walk across the stage, I couldn't do it. I had so much anxiety about it, and I couldn't do it. So anyway, this favorite is rather boring, isn't it? I'm just like talking about my wisdom tooth, anxiety, I can't even talk. So for the months April and May, I've really been liking a couple of songs from Bruno Mars's new album. I really like, and Brandy, you know you like this song too, you know what song I'm gonna say. Hey, hey, hey. So I really like the song That's What I Like. I also like Calling All My Lovelies. And the song that I feel like it's topping That's What I Like, it's Versace on the Floor. I just think it's such a beautiful, cute song. It's very slow and sensual, but kind of like upbeat and poppy at the same time. I think it's catchy. I think it's such a great song, and yeah, I don't know. Every time I hear the lines of Versace on the Floor, I just kind of do like, take like a clothing piece off my body and drop it on the floor, as if I could sing and perform, but I can't. I can only lip sync. Okay, moving along. I did finish the book, You Can Be Happy No Matter What, just because I only had about 10 pages left, so I finished it, but I will have to admit I haven't really been reading that much. I've been staying up all night playing those gosh darn mobile app games. But I guess a book that I've been kind of reading, well, it's a book that I read with one of my students because I still tutor, and right now we're reading Sadako and the Thousand Cranes. It's a really, really short book, and I read it as he's writing and typing, and I just read it because I want to do a little pop quiz on him, ask him questions about the chapters that he's read so far, and while he's doing that, I'm able to quickly read it as well, and it's such a sad story. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that's it for now. I do apologize for how short the video is. Although that may be a good thing because my internet won't take as long to upload. But anyway, I apologize. I don't have that much to talk about in the past 2 months. Gosh, my life is really not that interesting. It's not that eventful. But I created this YouTube channel not because I wanted to show off my life and talk about how cool it is, because trust me, it's not that cool. I feel like one of the scariest things to do is to put yourself out there, and one of the scariest places to put yourself out there is the internet. And YouTube is extremely huge. It's substantial. There's millions of people out here, so that kind of exposure it's risky, it's scary, it's gosh, sometimes I can't even process it myself. So I guess that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Oh, wait. I want to thank 2 of these people. I don't want to pronounce your name wrong, so it's either Sally or maybe it's probably Sally. Sally, S-A-L-Y, and this person for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it, and you know, I think it's so funny. Mainly it's just my friends who watch me, but to think that strangers want to subscribe to me, I don't know. It's humbling. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Okay, I need to stop. I'm making this video way too long. Okay.